Alright, we're back here going to make a transition from the toy figures to customs to some model cars, and then right back to the real cars for some custom work and upholstery coming very soon, right after this next video or two I upload. I have a few customs that are unfinished sitting out waiting for me. The Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. Try to get back to the next step in video series for that one. Lion-O figure I half painted, kind of lost interest. I still need to finish them just to finish it because I started it. I always finish what we start, right? The Iron Man figures. I revisited these and did a little better wash on some more parts. Still a few more areas I need to go over. And I ordered some batteries for the two I have lights in. I can do this one-handed. I added those lights years back, and the batteries went out on me from sitting. Just changed that one out, and in the middle of changing this one, I wanted to redo this. It's kind of a mess. It's one of my earlier mods. I've learned a little more since then. Kind of the same on this one. Still works though. And here's what started it all. As a kid, me doing model cars. And I have this out. Also, some motivation in my life that got me into cars was my father. That was his Corvette back in '96. And he actually sat down with me and did a model car back then also. And there it is. I held on to it all these years. And speaking of holding on to something for years, this is one that's unfinished. I showed this in my last batch of model car videos. So I need to get the chassis and find some wheels that'll look good on that car and get that up to par. And here's my other treat that pushed me over into this video from a good YouTube viewer, subscriber, friend, big homie Stan. Thanks for this model car and the motivation to get back into these. I'm looking forward to putting this one together. I just opened it right before the video and inspected what type of parts were in it. A very cool car. My first thought, of course, was to cut the trunk open, and then noticed this is already open with a trunk jam. Very cool. Very nice touch on that one. And just happened, same day these items came, I took in an older job I've done some work on for a 1990 four-door Cadillac. So that's what we'll be getting into next. Custom console and custom door panels. It's pretty much the same car except it's the four-door with a full top. These are some models I did as a kid. Probably glued these mirrors on a dozen times over the years. And I finally gave up. I can't bring myself to throw them away. They're still solid models and have some memories in them. Same thing for these few. A couple of these I would like to revisit and update. This one being one of them. Has a very nice paint job. The pearl white. House of Color paint. The rims rims, 90s, so those would have to go. It might look pretty decent with some better wheels. There's one of the oldest models I have. Spray paint, paintbrush. Kind of sentimental, so I don't forget where I came from. And these are all parts. I stole the interior out of this one. That's where the seats came from for the Impala over here. I'd like to revisit this one too and see about building some type of realistic looking convertible top. Fully functional would be awesome. We'll see about that. That'll be way down the road probably. I need to revisit the Monte Carlo and add some speakers and amps and some goodies in the trunk. I need to revisit this Impala. At least do some white walls on the wheels, which somebody recommended not long ago, and I kind of agree. Same for this one maybe. Yeah, definitely that one. It has the bigger tires. And that one I was unsure of because it has low profiles. It's supposed to represent 20-inch rims maybe. Not sure on that one. I don't know about white walls on 20s. And get some of those goodies over here from also given in this model. Man, I can't thank you enough, man. That's a lot of good parts. So, very awesome. And I know any of us car guys have probably had these impulse buys. These are mine over the years. I had to have a few Hot Wheels. They were put away with my model car stuff, so I figured why not show them. This one's interesting. That is pretty much, I think it was a 49 model I did. And this is, oh goodness, what is it? It is a 49 Mercury. If we take a look over here, I think I still have the pictures to it. That is one of the oldest interiors I did. One of the first ones. That was before. Sorry about the covers. These pictures are old now too. I thought that was pretty cool. I had to buy that. And I used to have a 68 Firebird. I wish I kept and restored through all the years. I had nowhere to keep it at the time, so I sold it. And here's a 69. I had to buy that too. 66 Impala. 65 is my favorite. Let's see. I believe this is one. Yeah. Same as this one. Thought that was a pretty cool model too, model and Hot Wheels. I've had this for a long time, both of those. Monte Carlo. Alright, so I'm about to put some chassis together. So all three of these models are completely untouched. Let's see if I can get some chassis built and maybe some interiors done on them. I'll be waiting for warmer weather to do any type of body and paint. Maybe I can get all these up to the same specs at the same time and then go paint all the bodies at the same time. So we'll see what happens through this next year. Alright, thanks for watching these. I'm going to push on to the upholstery videos next. and the somewhere in between, how to custom paint action figures. Try to give a few more tips there. Alright guys, peace. Thanks for watching.